have to sell it a little bit or let them know what we've got. So
Sure.
make sure they have enough water because it's a hot day. Clothes. Make sure they take a sandwich. If we have enough left over, we'll give them a second sandwich for later, so they've got something for the afternoon. We'll ask people if they have any cuts, if they need any first aid. We've got a first aid kit and a giant first aid duffel bag full of stuff that we can give them. So we just ask them what they need help with. And then finally, resources. We've got resources on jobs and housing and counseling and STD clinics and healthcare and a lot of things to take care of them. So if we can start a dialogue with them, the sitting down and eating lunch with us with the sandwich is a way to get them to break the ice, so we can sit down and talk with them about what we have to offer.
So, typically when you're homeless, you live in a city because a city is where you can get food. Usually, people would we'd get up in the morning and go score a beer because everybody was drinking, I wasn't really a big drinker, but I just went along with it and get up and start trolling around and, looking for food. Usually find a good dumpster depending on where you were. Usually, we'd hang out in groups, like there was always groups of people. Or there were times where I lived in cars, dirty hotels, with lots of other people. Somebody got a room for the night, everybody got the room for the night.
How old are you?
You got it?
Yeah. 30?
Nah, not that yet.
Well, then you ain't old then.
Other side, okay.
Like 25.
Right on.
Yeah.
So like I said, I was homeless twice in my life. I guess it all kind of started with the fact that I struggled really badly with severe manic depressive disorder since I was a little kid. My mom tried to get help for me, but who wants to talk to somebody who's paid to care? Things just got bad, and you try to find a way to fix yourself, and so you don't really find anybody that understands. And I just found people that I really identified with, and I didn't know back then how bad some drugs could be, and I started doing drugs, and I got into methamphetamines when I was 16 because I just didn't know any better.
So, our primary mission is just showing, grace, hope, and love to folks in the streets. So just your presence, being there, talking, showing that you care, that's kind of the start of what we're all about, right? But there's more. So, we've got the supplies. We let folks help themselves. We got the bags if they want to. It's kind of like a CBS on wheels, like take your bag, take what you need.
Most of the kids that I knew out on the streets, they all came from some messed up situation that they just were running from. My friend Mitch, his father was really abusive. Like I said, my friend Reagan, her mom committed suicide. Her uncle's weird. She left. Most of us were runaways. There's kind of a bit of a comfort in being out there and being invisible.
And then that one would be my new favorite one. And it's about a guy jumping into a web of love, but his heart's bleeding.
If you've been damaged by people you thought were supposed to love you, you can hide. You can hide from them. You can hide from the pain, and you can hide from people that hurt you.
Yes, sir. Where? Shock and underwear.
Okay. So what you doing? You just working, or you just homeless right now because
Yeah,
that's what your situation is right now?
Yeah, I'm working part-time, this phone job and stuff like that.
Well, you trying then?
Yeah, I gotta
See, you gotta start somewhere.
I got an interview tomorrow.
Not everybody wants to get off the streets, but sometimes they do, and sometimes it just gets so bad that you really do want to get off the streets,
I just got out of the hospital.
For what?
A man almost beat me to death. I was completely swollen shot. My lips were hard to hear.
When people start dying and people start fighting, you want to get off the streets. You want to get help. And people aren't really as likely to go get help as they are to take it when it's offered.
We came up with the idea of sharing grace, hope, and love with the youth on the streets to really just, bring them up and to show them that there are people out there that care. So fundamentally, that's what we're trying to do. Huts or anything they need first aid, bandages?
Thank you for helping out. These are durable.
Okay.
They're stylish.
When Street Angels reaches out to people, they see them, and that's a big deal because nobody else looks at a homeless person and smiles, or looks at a homeless person and offers their love. They're not just doing it out of some religious duty. They go out to people. It's an outreach.
Coming out here, it may be just a temporary help. We may be feeding them and stopping that rumbling in their stomach for a day, We may be getting them the toiletries to help them stay clean and fresh for a little while. You need to show them that we're here consistently, that we care, and then we find out what we can do for them and get them into a program that can ultimately get them off the street.
Like I said, people won't go to seek help, but they might take it if it's offered to them. And if it's offered to them over and over and over again, they might actually take that opportunity. They might see that sincerity and actually believe in it. And I think that's really unique to Street Angels, and I think it's really cool.